Has it helped? Yes, it absolutely has. It's definitely helped in knowing the market a lot better and knowing how to how to put myself out there. Like, I would never ever have touched my LinkedIn ever. I didn't see LinkedIn as a valuable resource at all. So in saying that, it already has proven to be.
Yeah,
really
it's what I say. I think you guys are great and change people's lives, and it makes a lot of difference.
And like these masterclasses have been amazing.
It's been fantastic, Dre, and the information that you've shared and the way you share it. It's been really simple. You've broken things down, and it's good that you've got Jackie as a co-host.
Not only helped me in my personal branding, but it's helped me now on the business side, where I feel very, very capable.
And it's well worth it, Dre. And I am so glad that I did. And I'm gonna sign up, and well, you know, I'm gonna work with you because I really like the dynamic with you and Jackie and everybody.
Hey, super legends, superheroes, and megastars. Welcome to another episode, a new episode, a live episode of 𝘿𝙧𝙧𝙚, 6 and 7 figure coaches on fire. If you guys are watching live, let us know, show us some love. If you're watching the replay, you know what to do. Hashtag replay. And we are live on Facebook, live on LinkedIn, and live on YouTube, and also live into my authority branding group. So happy New Year, everyone. To kick the show off, we've got simply the best, Rachel Best, who is an absolute rock star. She is a keynote speaker. She is an empowering mindset coach, an author, and a podcast, and she's going to tell or share her story today. So I am absolutely pumped. All right. So let's make some noise for the one, the only, the super sensational Rachel Best. Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm amazing. Happy New Year. Did you have a good Christmas, good New Year?
Yes, it was great. Very simple and very peaceful. Thank you. And yours?
Yeah, the same. So I was just working and yeah, had like Christmas lunch and a couple of drinks. So, all right, let's get into it. We've got about 20 minutes or so. So Rachel, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yes. So my name is Rachel Best, and I am a empowerment mindset coach as well as a author and a public speaker. And so getting myself out there into the realm of I just got done completing my book, just released it like literally December 18th, and starting to just go out there and start sharing my message and sharing what I have to offer people.
I love that. And how did you get started?
Yes. So I started coaching in a network company about almost 8 years ago. And I actually started, it was all about weight loss and mindset and how to create finances. And so I started that. And then probably about 2.5 years ago or so, I started really getting intrigued, which with the network company, I started digging into personal development. That was something I really had not dabbled into. And so that really motivated me and sparked an interest of growing personally and learning and becoming a better version of myself. And so as I started doing personal growth, like I said, about 2.5 years ago, I started being really intrigued with how the mind worked. And so I went on this mission, this deep dive to learn, because I kept finding myself in situations in a habit loop, and I kept finding myself in the same spot, maybe different little bit of a circumstance, but I kept finding myself in the same spot. And I was like, there has to be a reason why. There has to be a reason why I keep getting myself stuck here. And also my clients were also, I was having the same kind of conversations with my clients. And so I went on to this mission, and I stumbled across a girl. I'm here in the States, and I stumbled across a girl that teaches neurolinguistics programming. And so I decided to dive into that. And I actually started last November, and I finished this in 2021 is when I started, and 2022 is when I finished. And so I have shifted out of my network marketing company and shifted into empowerment mindset coaching, because it's such a deeper level of working in the mind, and it's so much more impactful and empowering to help people, and more transformational.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. And also congratulations on being a
Thank
NLP
you.
trainer's trainer. That is a huge thing. That's only a small percentage of people that can actually do that. Because I know that so many people go through it and they drop out or they fail. And yeah, that's testament to your commitment. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are so
Yes,
welcome.
it was good. It was definitely good. It was a challenge, and it definitely made me realize some things about myself, as well as that I can do more than I was really challenging myself to do. I got kind of complacent in life, so it really did challenge me, and push me to that next level in life.
Yeah, are you able to share some of those challenges that you came up against? Because I can imagine staying up all night, like studying, like all the stress that comes with it. And maybe was there a little bit of self-doubt that crept in?
Yeah, so I struggled with, self-doubt and self-sabotage, and just a little bit of probably limiting beliefs that I didn't really even realize that I had. And
Yeah.
so I kept, hitting these walls in my weight loss and my business, and I just kept hitting uh a wall. And so as I started going through the program, and just learning about how our mind works, and the how our imprint years from 0 to 7 are so impactful, and even our modeling years are so impactful for the things that we do, and how we get stuck. And so, in my finances and my weight loss, I figured out, I'm like, oh my goodness, I figured out why those things were happening. And so I've been able to start shifting those limiting beliefs and those self-sabotaging things.
I love that. And with some of your clients, what sort of limiting beliefs do they come up against? Is it similar, or is it, you see some different things?
Oh yeah, definitely very, very similar. And so I guess we attract like, right? So, as I've been going through my journey, and finding and overcoming, and finding things that have helped me, then I'm starting to share those with my clients, and helping them start to shift, and creating that awareness of, there's a reason why you're doing this, and then being able to help them and walk them through, and shift their thinking.
Awesome. Thank you. What do you love about coaching?
I love helping people transform. That's my
Yeah.
number one value, is helping people transform.
All right. So on the other side of that, what is it is there anything that you dislike about it that?
Oh goodness. So dislike, probably when I encourage people to do things, and they don't follow through with them. Oh, I didn't have time for that, or whatever. So probably that would probably be the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you sort of like manage that? Because I know that I come up against that a lot. Like people like, yeah, Dre, I need some help. And I'll be like, okay, maybe try this, maybe try that. I'll catch up with them like next week. So have you done it? Or no, life's got in the way. And so how do you manage when that comes up?
Yeah, so I just challenge them, and I challenge them with, well, if we keep doing what we've been doing, we're going to keep getting what we've always got, right? So I just challenge them with, taking the time for themselves so that they can overcome whatever it is that they're working on, that they're important. And if they take care of themselves first, then they can take care of other people and take care of life and all the things that come at them. So I just really challenge them. And typically they're like, they do it the second time because they're like, well, I knew I was going to be getting on the phone with you, and I didn't want to tell you no for the second time that I didn't do it. So typically the second time is better. So
Yeah, thank you. Your entrepreneurial spirit, where did that come from? Did that come from maybe like your mum or dad or somebody else like in the family, like a mentor or someone?
yeah, I would probably say maybe a little bit in my dad. My dad's a mechanic, and he started, oh my gosh, when he was like 18 years old, and he did work in a auto body shop, but then he also worked outside of our home too. So I would say probably my dad.
Your dad, yeah. Awesome. And because we're in a new year, 2023, what are your plans for this year?
Yes. So I'm really excited about 2023. I sat down the other day and just started going through all different eight areas of my life, and just, real what I really want to focus on this year to make 2023 really awesome. And like I said, I just released my book. And so the goal for this year is I'm going to start, thank you. I'm going to start here pretty soon. I'm going to start creating my book into a workbook. And then, because as I wrote that book, and then just as I've been going through my own coaching process to learning NLP and things like that, there's some things now that I'm like, oh, like this would be really good to have in there. So it's missing in there, right? And so now I'm going to go back and create a workbook. And then after I create the workbook, I'm going to turn that into a 2-day, like a retreat or boot camp, like a one-on-one, or like, a group coming together. And so my goal is by the end of November of 2023 is my goal for the retreat. And then, like I said, just getting out there and speaking all over the States for now. And eventually I would like to speak globally. So that's the big goal.
Awesome. Well, that means you need to come to Australia, so I can't wait to see you.
I know. It's on my list.
Rachel, can you tell us a little bit about the process? Because I can imagine writing a book would be quite challenging. So yeah, can you talk to us about that process and how long did it take from start to finish?
Sure. So yeah, it took me about a year and a half to actually get it finished. And so there was a lot in there of limiting beliefs I had about myself that I had to really push through. My editor did great. My publisher editor, he did awesome, just really walking that through with me and helping me get out of my own way. And so yeah, it took me about a year and a half, and I learned a lot. Again, hence why I'm going to do the workbook to add other things into it, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm missing so much. So but yeah, I'm really glad that I did it. I finished it. It's published. And so I'm really glad that I've got through that part, and learned the lessons and what to do better next time.
I love that. And where can people get hold of the book?
Yes, yeah, on Amazon. It's actually available on Kindle and also in paperback.
All right, brilliant. And you've also got a fire podcast. Is it Make Your Mark on the World?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And
Absolutely. So it was definitely, really God inspired for me. And it was how to make a mark in the world, finding your signature. And for me, when I think about finding your signature, we all have our own unique signature, right? So like mine's totally different than yours, right? And so that part is like our gifts, our talents, our uniqueness, our life experiences, and how we're using those to make a mark in the world. How are we going to impact the world with all the things that we've been given, and really serve the world and help other people in maybe areas that we have been stuck in. And so I found that we're all connected. So even though it might not be the same exact thing, but we're so all connected.
yeah, I totally agree. And you're really you're devoted to your faith. So can you share like how that came about as well?
Yeah, it's actually in the book. So
Yeah. Buy the
I,
book, buy
I
the
share
book.
my,
Yeah.
yeah, buy the book, buy the book. So my story's in there, and then there's some other things in there too. But yeah, so in my life, I had gone through a divorce, and it was really like I came home, and my husband was gone and left me there with 3 kids, and so I became a single mom like in an instant. And so in the midst of all that, I started making some really bad choices and got myself into some situations. And so my friend just kept asking me, to go to church with her. And so finally I said, okay, like I was in a hole, so I didn't have anything else to do. So I decided to go ahead and say, okay, I'll go with you. So that's where everything started shifting for me.
And that's been one of the best decisions of your life.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. All right. So if there's anyone that is listening on the audio podcast platforms when we upload it, or they might be watching live or watching #replay, do you have any advice for someone that's like, oh, like Rachel is amazing, I want to do what Rachel does, I want to become a coach? Do you have any advice for someone wanting to get into the coaching world?
Yes, hire a coach. Hire a coach, find somebody that is doing what you want to do, and stick to them like glue.
I
That would
love that.
probably be the biggest and best advice.
I love that, because yeah, coaches need coaches. And when I got going, one of the mistakes that I made was thinking I was stuck in my ego, my pride, thinking, oh, I want to be a self-made millionaire and I can do it all of myself, but I couldn't. And it's not until I got like help and was able to follow a strategy, then yeah, things like really took off for me. So great advice, Rachel. Great advice. All right. So do you have any masterclasses, challenges, events, workshops, seminars, webinars coming up?
Yes, so I do have a 5-day challenge in the works, and so I'm going to start putting that out there on social media and get that started in a couple weeks. So if anybody wants to dive into that, that would be awesome.
All right, brilliant. And what's the best way for people to get hold of you?
So I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. I do have a website right now, just my podcasts are on there. I'm working on getting all my coaching content on there so that it's a landing page for speaking, podcast, coaching, and all the things that I do. So, and that's
awesome.
Rachel Best Speaks. Rachel Best Speaks at gmail.com is the website for the podcast.
Brilliant. And we'll have that in the show notes as well. So final question, Rachel. So I think you know that I love dad jokes. I'm obsessed. So do you have a dad joke, maybe like a famous like dance move, a quote, something inspirational, something motivational, something empowering that you would like to leave us with?
Yes, so I don't have any dad quotes, and I do not have any amazing dance moves. I wish I could do like the Charleston or something, but I'm really not that coordinated. But I do have an inspirational quote for you. So I love Bob Proctor, and something that I keep in my head, I heard it a few years ago, is if you can see it behind your eyes, you can have it in your hands. And so that might not be exactly how he says it, but that's like how, if you can see it behind your eyes, you can have it in your hands.
Oh man, can you say that once more? Because that was fire.
Yes. So if you can see it behind your eyes, you can have it in your hands.
I'm just going to let that marinate, just going to let that simmer. I think someone needs to call McDonald's because that was a golden nugget. So, Rachel, I just want to say a massive, ginormous thank you to you for coming on today, for rocking out. And I'm just so excited for everything that you've got planned in the future. And one thing that I love about you is that you've got a great energy and a great vibe.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Same to you. Mutual. You must be projecting.
I love you too. I love your sense of humor as well. So yeah, thank you so much for today, Rachel.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. So if you've liked today's show, please show us some love, like, subscribe, comment. And I have an average to authority challenge, which is coming up on the 23rd of January. So if you want the details, drop us a line and we will catch you soon. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you really, really soon.